Ow, it hurts so much. Ouch. Ooh. Ouch. Tattoos cost hundreds of dollars to get, or sometimes you can get them in 5 seconds in your dressing room by the fastest tattoo artist in the world. But they cost thousands of dollars to remove, so you'd better be sure you really, really want it. Denise Richards had Charlie Sheen's name tattooed on her ankle, but she had to change it to a fairy when they divorced. Johnny Depp had Winona Ryder's name on there. He actually had it say Winona Forever tattooed on his arm when he was engaged to Winona Ryder, but had to change it to Wino Forever when they broke up. Brittany says the tattoo she got of her ex-boyfriend's name, Joshua, has completely destroyed her dating life. Tell me how it is when guys see this boy's name on you.
Well, immediately they ask me what it says, and I say Joshua, and they say, I'm assuming that's an X, and I don't lie. I mean, and they're immediately turned off. I normally, if I date anybody, it's a couple days until they find the tattoo, and then it's over, because they say either you get it removed or we're not going to date.
Wow. So tell me, how long were you with Joshua?
A total of 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
And then when did you get the tattoo in the relationship?
I got it in the last year, so it's in the last year of the relationship.
And how was the relationship when you got the tattoo? Was it like, this is it?
Yes.
Or was it a little bit rocky? A little tiny bit?
It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't really rocky. No, not at all. I thought I was going to be with him forever. He was my first love, my first everything. And he also got my name tattooed, so I figured what better way to reciprocate the love.
And where did he put his?
On his arm.
On his arm.
Yeah.
So after the tattoo came on, how many months passed when the breakup happened?
It was about a year, and then we broke it off.
So how did it feel the day that you're breaking up and you're looking in the mirror going, he's with me forever?
I was devastated. Like I said, I didn't think we were going to break up, and when we did, I figured I would get it covered, but then I thought about it, and getting it covered would only make it bigger and more trashy looking.
Yeah. So your tattoo's holding you back from
life in general. It's holding me back from dating. I wanted to be married when I was 25 years old. I mean, that's crazy, I know, but now it's looking more like 30 and 35, because when I date, I haven't really dated in 2 years. And when I date, it's immediately just done.
Yeah.
It's over.
You know what, and I'll be honest with you, Brittany, like if I was dating a guy and he had another woman's name on him, it would make me very uncomfortable. And I don't know if it could possibly make me not date him long, because I would think a couple of things. I would think impulsive. I would think, oh, you committed and it didn't work. And I'd think, oh, I'm looking, you know, at this person's name constantly, and you must be looking at her name every day and thinking. There's just like things that go through people's heads, you know, so I can see that.
Right.
Have you ever thought about removal?
I want to get it removed. It's just unbelievably expensive, which is why I said I was going to cover it. But it's just too much money.
Dermatologist Dr. Doris Day is here. Hello.
Hello.
I know this is not the first time you've heard of this type of story.
Yeah, I hear this story every day, and you know, I just wish I could go back in time when they're in that moment and they're ready to get the tattoo and say, don't do it.
Yeah.
But it's really hard, because a lot of times it's exactly what you said. It's impulsive. It's in that moment of love and passion, and you think it's forever, but you know, you're 18 years old, and it's a tough thing to think of everything as being forever at that age. And then people put names on which are very difficult to cover, but you're actually very lucky in that the tattoo that you picked, and even the location that you picked it, is relatively easy to remove. So in looking at your tattoo in particular...
Removing like surgically or laser?
Laser, yeah. So there's lots of different ways. So simply you could actually just cover it up with Dermablend or Cover Mark or a makeup. And if you're going out, that just makes it look like your own natural skin color, and it's often waterproof. So if you just wanted to go out on a date and you just wanted it covered, that's one way to do it. And they can really match your skin color well. Some people come in and they just want it cut out. They just say, I want this removed. I don't mind having a scar. I want it off. And if it's small enough, that can be done surgically, and it's one step.
Also, you just cut it off and then you like sew the skin back together where the spot was.
If there's enough skin, and if it's small enough, it can be done in one setting, or it can be done in stages. So I've had somebody come in and they had it on their arm, and it was the only way that they wanted it off, and so we did it in steps, and they just had a little bit of a line there, and that sometimes works. It's not ideal to take it off. But the gold standard way to remove a tattoo is using lasers. Now, lasers have come a very, very long way in getting tattoos off your skin, but they are expensive. It's $200 to $500 a treatment, and it can take multiple sessions to do that. Also, it can be very painful, and it can leave a scar, and depending on how many colors there are, it can be very difficult to remove. The tattoo that you have is kind of primitive in a way. It's one color, and you can already see that there are gaps in it where your skin is already absorbing that color. So for you, it might only take 2 or 3 visits, and the tattoo might be completely removed without leaving a mark. It's also, because your skin is lighter, your skin might respond better than skin of color, and if you don't have a risk of keloids or scarring, then your risks are better. So all things considered, you're in pretty good shape, but I would really just say to be so careful about having a tattoo put on. You know, there are some kind of tattoos. I have to put up one good word for tattoos, and that there are some types of tattoos that are actually very good and very healthy. Sometimes women who've had breast cancer, who've had to have mastectomies, can have nipples tattooed on, and that can look like a 3D nipple. So there is a role for it. It's not always bad,
sometimes
but it has
women
to be done
have had
carefully.
like a tummy tuck or a cesarean scar that just kind of is showing, and they'll put a tattoo over that. So there are positive tattoos. Well, we have something for you. We have good news. We got in touch with the Liposuction and Cosmetic Surgery Institute in your hometown, and they agreed to do laser tattoo removal free of charge if you were up to it. How do you feel? Free of charge.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So bye-bye, Joshua.
Bye, Josh.
Okay. And hello, whoever's going to be that husband, and if it happens at 25 or 30 or 35, that's okay. No rush.
Yeah.
And please don't ever put a man's name on your body ever again, no matter how in love you are.
No.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. And how are we doing with the tattoo overs? Lente?
It's going. It's going. I commend tattoo artists, because converting a tattoo is hard. So,
It's difficult?
Yeah, it's difficult.
What are you working on?
Well,
what did you do?
We created a nice little eccentric design here.
Very eccentric. Let's see that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll be right back. Up next.
It's not me.
Yeah.
Who's that guy on your arm? It's Troy. My name's Mike. My name's Mike. It's not Troy.
Somewhere on their body, but as we're finding out, a lot of people regret getting them. Matifa has tattoos of her ex-boyfriend's name and face that she wants removed. Show us your tattoos.
I have his name on my left arm here, and I also have a big old picture on my right arm.
Oh my gosh, let me see that. His entire face. Oh my gosh, how long did that take to do?
Hour and 10 minutes.
Wow, really?
Not too long.
That's pretty fast for all that detail.
Yes.
So your new boyfriend is here.
Yes, this is Michael.
How is it looking at that? Like when you're trying to kiss her and love her and get him, like, and you're looking at another man's face.
Yeah, like right now. That's my favorite side. I'm always at the right of her. And I'm always saying that, you know? All the time, I'm always saying it.
Like, come on, this is,
you know.
what is this? Now, what happens when you guys are trying to be intimate?
Oh, he either want the lights out or he want me to wear a long sleeve shirt. So
a man that's usually trying to take your clothes off, he's like, baby, I'm horny, put this shirt on.
Cover up. So at that point, it kills the mood. And I mean, I can understand how he feel.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to look at another woman's face on his arm.
So I understand that you have partaken in this before.
Yes.
You
yes,
had?
Yeah, I had well, one of my friends' name on my arm also. But what I did, I had to take it off.
A woman that you were dating?
A woman that I was dating. But the agreement on our relationship, so we can make things better, I had mine taken off. She got to have hers taken off.
Got it. So was yours removed, or was
I had it completely removed.
Removed?
Removed, because that's what she requested. And we trying to start an honest relationship.
Yes.
And that was one of our main reasons, the face.
The face. How long were you with your ex before you put her name on you?
I think it was about a year.
Oh, okay, about a year.
She taught me in about a year to get it put on.
Okay, if you don't get that tattoo removed, what do you think will happen with your relationship?
Oh, my goodness. We won't make it. If this don't come off like yesterday, I know he's going to leave. I know. He talks about it all the time.
All the time.
It's a big issue, and I mean, I can understand.
I can see his body language.
I can understand.
Like he has his hand on his hip,
every time we go out,
leaning away.
They ask me whose name is it. I mean, who's that? It's him. It's him. You know, it's not me.
Yeah.
I mean, who's that guy on your arm? It's Troy. My name's Mike. My name's Mike. It's not Troy.
Okay. So, Dr. Day, is it harder to remove a face? It must be. There's a lot of detail, no?
The issue is that it's a very dense tattoo, but it looks like it's, again, just black ink mostly. And so in stages, very gradually, that can be lightened dramatically, hopefully without leaving a mark behind. But it's hard to know exactly. So I would say that there's a good chance that that could be removed almost completely, if not altogether completely.
Really? How does that sound, Mike? Well, I'm going to make it sound better.
Okay.
We got in touch with Dr. Steven Snyder in Matifa's hometown, and he agreed to do laser tattoo removal for free.
Oh, thank you.
Are you crying? Why are you crying?
Because it's just a big issue.
Yeah.
It's a big issue.
I really care about him.
It is. It's a big issue.
I really care about him. And I really want to make it work. But she got to make a step like I
It's hard to find a man to care about you, you know, and he do. He's a good one.
It's a good one. Good. You know, Mike, what's so crazy is when we were talking about that tattoo, you had your hand on your hip and you were leaning away from her. She's about to get it removed soon, and you put arm around her. Do you notice?
I mean, because I stay at this side all the time.
Yes.
Even when I get tired and I lay down, it's like, man, come on, give me a break.
He's looking at you. Well, you're going to get a break.
Okay.
So good luck to you guys, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Recently, now check this out, you guys, because I hadn't heard of this before. Recently, I heard about new ways that you can get tattoos done so they don't seem so permanent. There's the black light tattoo, where it only shows up in the dark. Ain't that crazy? I also heard of an erasable tattoo. Blair is the CFO of a company called Nuvelex that developed a special type of tattoo ink. Tell us about this ink, special ink.
Well, Infinite Ink was created and developed by a company called Freedom 2, now part of Nuvelex. Developed by scientists out of Harvard, Duke, and Brown universities. It is a permanent ink designed to be as wonderful as any other ink on the marketplace, but it was designed to be more easily removed. It removes in about 1/3 the treatments as the traditional tattoo ink.
Wow, so it comes off a lot faster.
Comes off a lot faster.
So that means
which
cheaper because less sessions.
Exactly.
Well, Christine works for the company, and you used that ink for a tattoo for you?
Yes, I did. Well, as one of the scientists working on the product and developing it in the lab, with this type of product, there's only one way to know if it works, and that's by getting tattooed with the product and having it lasered off.
Oh my gosh, and you did it. So that was a koi fish?
Yeah, that was a koi fish. It's probably, you can see there's still a shadow there. It's about 95% gone, and it's still healing, but it makes a great tattoo and it's an ink artist will love to work with, and it removes really nicely.
So you had a little bit left. Will that ever be 100% gone?
It should be. It's still healing.
It's still healing, and it's going to take time. Wow, that's like a good thing. But what you want, when you are doing this and say you want to get somebody's name, you don't really want to tell them this type of ink that you're using.
Yeah.
Right? You just kind of want to be stealth with it. Yeah, it's kind of like a little secret. How you doing, Valente, with the tattoo overs over there?
Actually, her shirt is inspiring me.
Oh,
So
are you doing like little splatters?
We're turning them into little flowers. So
Little flowers. Very nice. We'll be right back. What do a mother of 4, a breast cancer survivor, and an art model have in common? Well, all 4 of these everyday women posed topless for photographer Jordan Matter in his new book, Uncovered. It was a 7-year project, and over 100 women photographed bare-breasted in New York City. And Jordan says that the book empowers